Sherman at the bottom of the screen, going against Diggs. This is 1st and 10. This is man coverage. Sherman plays it like zone. He bails way the hell off. Now, they give up contain. The play gets extended, but that's not the tightest coverage.
Yeah.
That's man-to-man coverage. He's really, really given a hell of a cushion. It's very, very conservative coverage.
He has to. He's too slow.
He's too slow. This is what happens when Robert Saleh calls man-to-man coverage. It's why you get when you're frustrated that he keeps calling zone. This is why.
Yeah, and that's part of why yesterday I kind of tweeted out that the part of the Allen was really good and the 49ers really have a trouble on boundary corner because they can't run man.
Yep, that is right.
And you see another example of that. I don't know what your next play was, but if you go to in the second quarter, I think about 11 seconds left of the second quarter. You see another.
Oh yeah, I have that one. I have a couple. I have a couple before then though. If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's good.
13:06 second quarter. I'm hard on Richard Sherman, but
that's the one we showed at the goal line.
Oh yeah, okay, that's enough. So that's enough of that one. Let's go 8:54 second quarter.
Yep.
Here. Oh my God, this is the okay. Again, man-to-man coverage.
Yep.
Sherman at the top of your screen. This is the interception. Way off.
Yeah, because he knows that he's not going to be able to run with him, so he's got to play off.
Right. Yep. All right. So what happens?
He's going to grab him because he's going to he starts to get behind him. He stops his feet and just grabs him.
Yep. He stops his feet, which is terrible.
I think what happens when you watch that play is like keep watching this one is Allen gets to the top of his drop and stops. And I think what happens is Sherman's expecting that ball to come out.
Yes.
See that?
So he's trying to jump it.
Yep. And then he grabs because the guy's starting to run by him and takes away the interception.
Yeah. So I guess it's an interesting gamble you make, but it negates a pick.
Yeah. And we see him do basically the same thing later on in the game too. We'll get to it.
Oh, what a pick too. All right.
Yeah, great play.
Okay. So then now it's time to go to 11 seconds left. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Now we're this was just a terrible situation for the 49ers, and they pin them back a minute to go in the game on the 10-yard line, and you just let them go driving down the field. And this is one of the big ones. Mm-hmm. You know, they're at the 37-yard line right here. He's in man coverage, and he has no chance. He has absolutely zero. He's playing almost 8 yards off the ball. First steps back. He has no chance on this route. This is just way too easy.
He's so far away from the wide receiver on TV. You're thinking that's a coverage bust. There's no one covering him. No, it's just that Sherman's 7 yards away.
Yeah, and he's 5 yards downfield from him and 4 yards behind him. It's just there's just no way that can be covered.
And you hear it after the game when Kyle Shanahan says, we like to call man coverage, but they keep getting us with crossers. This is what he means. Sherman cannot cover a crossing route.
No. Well, he can't. He's in this game against really good receivers like what the Bills put out there. And a good quarterback, he's just going to get his butt whooped all day long in man coverage.
I got one more for him. 7:59, third quarter. Forget exactly what it was. Let's see.
Which one?
7:59, third quarter.
Okay.
I might end quarter. Hold on. Here we go. This is all right. 1st and 10.
Yeah, this one I think they're in zone here.
Okay. Here's Diggs. Yeah, they're playing zone with a lock on the single receiver side. He's just doesn't stop going back. Who does he think's going to get this guy? Why does he keep bailing deep? Tell me.
I don't know. Let's see what we got here. We got a curl. There's nobody threatening them deep, right? Because we get the flat and then a curl behind the flat, right?
You got the flat, you got the curl, and you got this seam route or this, over route. I just don't see who he's covering. I mean, I guess he thinks maybe if it's a corner route, he's there for it. But who's got this? Yeah. Whose responsibility is that guy? I mean, seems to me that Dante Johnson is responsible for the flat.
He's got curl to flat, so that should be Johnson. Johnson, because what you've got if they're playing cover 3 concepts over there, What you've got is you've got 54 is getting run out of, because 54's got hook to curl.
Okay.
But he's got the man covering, taking him in the curl, which is putting Johnson in the bind.
There you go. See, this is why I need you, Jack. You're better than me. And this is what they're doing. They're consistently putting Dante Johnson in positions where he doesn't know what his assignment is in zone.
Yep. And that's they're not really beating him deep or anything. They're just killing him underneath.
Dante Johnson.
He needs to sit on the curl and then come up and make the tackle on the flat.
Thank you, Jack. That's a good call.
But Dable just did a really good job throughout this game of
he really did.
messing them up. I want to go to 9:56. So this is a play that everybody's
9:56. What, fourth?
Yeah, fourth quarter.
Okay. Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, let's do it. I was studying up on Palms coverage before this because Sherman said that's what they were playing. So let's talk about it.
You tell me what he's supposed to be doing then, because I see what
you don't know about Palms coverage. All right. So what he says is that in Palms coverage, if number 1 runs vertical, the outside corner goes in the flat and the safety takes him. If number 2 goes vertical, the corner, hold on. Let me read it. If number 2 is vertical, the corner plays number 1. If number 2 runs a flat route, the corner comes off on number 2 and the free safety plays number 1. That's what it says on X&O Labs. Does that make sense to you? I'll read it again.
That's fine, but what I'm seeing here is then it's a busted coverage because you've got more floating into the middle of the field, like almost like when I see this, what I see is cover 3 with a double on the outside because look at the way the Ward's playing this up on the top.
I think it's supposed to be like quarter halves, and Moore's in the wrong spot. Look, before the play, he goes in motion. This is hard. I'd like to ask Robert Saleh, but he goes in motion, and all these Niners signal to each other. They all do a little check. Now, he does it. Sherman does it. Jimmy Ward's going to do it. I don't think he gets the call. Or I don't know. I don't think he knows what they're doing. He does it there. Moore floats to the middle of the field. I think he needs to be over here. And when number 1 goes vertical, I think that's his responsibility. Now, there is a pump fake that draws Sherman down.
That's the only thing I'm going to say is that Sherman's continuing to go with number 1, even when the man's breaks until he sees the pump, and then he's trying to make a play.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm not sure on that one.
Very interesting call. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I saw in the game was the pump from Allen. Very similar to the where he grabs the man on the pick. It's kind of the same kind of a deal.
Here's the pump.
As soon as that pump comes, he stops.
He reacts. Wow. You don't see quarterbacks do that to Richard Sherman. Most of them just leave him alone. But he's not Richard Sherman anymore. He's now 32-year-old Richard Sherman. I'm 32-year-old Grant Cohn. No one gives me any respect.